raviolis. And what are you making, Mr. Baker?
Today we're going to make steak au poivre, and the way we make this great old bistro dish is first we start by heating a cast iron skillet. If you like cast iron, get it nice and hot. Make sure the flame is on about medium high. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of salt, put that in the bottom of the pan until that browns, and then we're going to put our steaks in. To get our steaks ready, we like to take some really good cuts of filet. And you want to take the pepper nice and coarsely ground so it has that wonderful bit of surprise. And what I like to do is I like to smooth the pepper on and beat it in with the heel of your hand. Just push it right down there with the heel of your hand in each steak. We're waiting for our salt to brown over here before we put in our steaks. Let's get these steaks all fixed up with our black pepper. Nice big bursts of peppercorns are going to go in that. It's going to be really, really delicious. Browned up very nicely right now, so we're going to take our steaks, we're going to set them right in the pan, let them get nice. We're going to leave these in for about 3 minutes, and then we're going to finish them up with our favorite way of finishing a steak, which is to put them into a 450-degree oven in our cast iron pan. Very nicely on this side, they're getting a nice char, nice sear on the side. The pepper's cooking in very, very nicely. I'm going to turn these over in just about a minute or so. What you want to have prepared for your steak au poivre include some lemon juice for taste, some Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of brandy that we'll use for flaming, and of course a tablespoon of butter that will go on each steak and help make the sauce. Another nice ingredient to steak au poivre is of course adding a little dash of Tabasco for just that little bit of extra surprise. Okay, we're going to turn our steaks over now. As you can see, they've got a real nice brown on them. They're crusting up very nicely. At this time we're going to put our butter on top of each steak. Let that melt down real nicely.
Well, I see you use a healthier dose of tablespoon of butter than I usually use, but it looks like it's going to be tasty and wonderfully good for Valentine's Day.
You betcha.
Like a manly man steak.
Our steaks now and put them into our 450-degree oven to do some nice finishing. These are going to cook for about 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to take our steaks out of the oven. Look at that. Beautiful. I always want to take our steaks out and let them rest on this plate. Oh, those are going to be wonderful. Cover them up and let them rest while we finish off our sauce. Put our cast iron pan right back on. It's got all those wonderful beef drippings in it. Now we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice. Add our Worcestershire. And last but not least, we're going to flame with our brandy. Now to do this, you always want your brandy a little warm. I'm going to grab a spoon.
Okay.
Give a little stir here.
Here you go. How about that one? Okay.
Okay. That gives a nice, wonderful flavor. That burns off all the alcohol and also makes a spectacular Valentine's Day surprise. And now our sauce is all ready. Let that last of that brandy burn off, turn it off, and be ready to ladle it over the steaks as soon as we serve dinner.
Okay, so here we are. We have a little bit of asparagus on our plate. We have our steak au poivre. Spoon a little bit of our lovely, lovely sauce over the top of that. Smells so good. Spoon some of these raviolis on. A little extra lobster claw. Some sauce. And there we have a beautiful Valentine's Day dinner cooked with love. Lindy says cheers.